Good evening, users, and welcome to my makerspace. I'm hanging here on Monday evening. Yeah, 6:07, the sun's going down. So over here I have my laptop that I use for like miscellaneous. It's got a monitor, I got my PlayStation in here, a blower because fans aren't powerful enough. And then I have this little station over here for power. And then I got my primary dev machine down there. So if I keep going, then I go over here to my beast. And I haven't been able to print in like a year and a half because I just didn't have the mojo to fix my 3D printer. Even though it's just pulling out this board here and soldering it up, but I just couldn't get to it. So then, like over the summer, I bought a doodle pen, and it's 3D doodle pen, and the thing's awesome. It doesn't jam up like this thing does, and it prints really solid, and I liked it. So the other day I was thinking about, okay, I finally caught up with most of my work in my makerspace, and I'll fix the printer. But then I went on Amazon, I took a peek, and today it arrived. I'm really happy because for the last, oh my gosh, like I said, 18 months, I've just been going over here into the back. Well, now it's the back of my van, but it used to be in my garage, and I used to go down in there through all my pieces and dig through pieces that I printed over the years, because I printed hundreds of pieces. And I dig through them, and I use a saw or a drill or a Dremel, whatever I can do to make it work, like with his shoulders here. So his shoulder, I didn't have the parts, so I used the doodle pen and made some melting and did some sawing, but I got it on nice. And then up in here, as you can see, I connected it really well, and his shoulder works really sweet. I'm really happy with it. He's gonna finally have an Ivan Drago punch once I get the drill attached to it. And I filed down the pin on the inside, but not as much as I should. So then, as you can see, I sectioned the pipe and put the pipe together, and I had a piece that fits perfectly inside there, and I couldn't find a piece. And I went through my whole van today, ripped everything apart. There's nowhere to be found. So I think it's from the trampoline, because the trampoline's probably like the specialized steel that's probably 1 3/8. That's what I needed. They don't sell 1 3/8. They sell 1 1/4, 1 1/2. Sometimes you get 7/8, but it's really hard to find. So I made my way to the hardware store as I usually do, and I just get creative. I go with the basket, and they say, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "No, just leave me alone, and I'll just buy stuff." So I started out, and this is just like the old prototype, but basically I have a plastic connector piece for PVC, and you can see it's larger on one end. It's like a connector, so I can actually use that piece there, and then it connects nice into there, and there's my shoulder socket. Then I bought these bushings that pound in to the steel, and you can go successively smaller, see? So I can use a large ring and then pound in a smaller ring. It's on the inside. And then you can put a smaller piece of pipe in there. So I picked up a bunch of those. And then, I don't know, I had these like things that were like put together. They were like these, I don't know, connectors. So I had to take them apart, and inside they had nice bushing rings. They're like the right size. But what I ended up doing, which took me most of the day, plus an hour messing around in Home Depot, I got a really beautiful hex nut, and it fits on there perfectly, and I've drilled it in, so that's not moving. And then this hex nut on one side is larger and then smaller. It was inside this unit I bought. I just took the unit apart, and now this piece fits right on there nice and tight. Yeah, it actually is threaded on, look. So this is gonna go on the inside of the shoulder, and now this one's done. And you can see I did this pin way nicer. It's like actually like a drill bit. Let me see if I can get it on there. There you go. See? I use the Dremel and I dremeled it down because if it was if it had threads, then the drill bit would just wind off of it in a reverse direction. So I'd actually make like a drill bit on there. So there's the shoulder piece, and once I almost had it ready, I was trying to attach it to the arm and I dropped it, and now his arm's in pieces here, but I'm gonna fix that back up. No big deal. That's what roboticists do. They break stuff and they have to refix it. So yeah, that's basically it. I had to use this hacksaw today and cut the bolt that was too long in here, and then I had to use the hacksaw to cut the piece off this hinge nut because it was actually connected to an adapter. But now I actually have it connected and it's gonna go on tight, just like this shoulder over here, and it's gonna work for now. So all I have to do is drill that pin down in there like the other one, and then it'll be working fine. So yeah, Amazon delivered, it came through. And there's the brand new Prusa MK4. I haven't opened it yet. But I could have solved my problem today because this thing prints steel and all types of stuff. It's a beautiful unit, and I don't have to assemble it. You can do a DIY and save like 300 bucks. But yeah, I mean, if I couldn't solder a simple circuit board together, then what's gonna make me put a printer together? So hopefully I'll get this thing up and running, and I'll replace my old Beast, and then I'll use my Beast as a spare. Those buggies are coming out. But I'm gonna break open this box. I'm not like a Christmas kid. I got this like 2 o'clock. I actually met the Prime van right when he was dropping it off today, so I'm super psyched. And it was right when I was coming back from the store. I come back from the store, I see the Prime vehicle there at this beautiful campground where I'm staying, which is lovely, by the way. And I just got it right off the truck. So I've stayed in campgrounds from New York State all the way down to Florida. And a lot of the private campgrounds are really tight. They don't give you much room to move around. They put you right next to each other. But this is the most phenomenal private campground I've ever been in. The state parks are really nice, but this is modeled after a state park. And at night and in the morning, right back that way are the lions, and you can hear them roaring. And they wake me up at night, like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And then back over this way, there's supposed to be monkeys in the cages. And the other day when it was raining and misting in the morning, they were howling like mad crazy. So have a good night. It's a long post, but I wanted to update on RoboJango and his shoulder. And now I'm gonna break into this box and see what I can get doing. All right, have a good one. Adios.